And Ray, two things jumped out to me. We're going to go through your cut him or keep him piece today.
Okay.
Jalen Ramsey, trade him, you said. And Patrick Queen, cut him. Holy ostrich milk, Ray. Can you explain those ones?
Well, yeah, let's tackle Queen first because I thought he was much improved during his second season with the Steelers. But way back when he signed that 3-year contract, the way it was structured, you kind of knew they could get out from under it if they wanted to. And I think this decision really is going to depend on who the new coach is, what kind of system do you run. But you could actually save like $11 million in cap space and put that towards your 2026 cap if you want to move on. And I think Peyton Wilson is ready for a full-time role. I think Malik Harrison can be your downhill run stopper if you want it to be. So, I think some people might have been a little bit surprised by that, but just going back to when they signed him, I kind of knew this was a possibility. If they wanted to move on, they would be able to do it with very little pain salary cap-wise.
And then what about the Ramsey move to trade?
Yeah, listen, I still think there's some value there, and he is signed for a few more years, so it does not make a lot of sense to cut him. Again, depending on who the coach is, we'll see how he fits in the new system. Right now, I kind of view him as a safety only. I think there's versatility where he could move back into the slot. But just based on the way he played for the first half of last season, I think his days as an outside corner are over. And I just don't know if you could pay a guy, $17 million a year, which is what his cap is going to be a safety. You can get your safeties much cheaper in the draft or in free agency. And I just think he's probably a little bit too expensive to keep as a safety.
Ray Fittipaldo talking about some of the decisions Omar Khan and company will have to make in the coming weeks. By the way, before we even get back to that, Ray, that raises a question in and of itself. Like, who is Omar making these decisions with? I guess it's Andy Weidel right now. It used to be Mike Tomlin, with Mike Tomlin having a heavy, heavy say in all of these. So my question is, do you think the new coach will come in to what has been a coach-centric organization? In other words, if Anthony Weaver asked today, will I have the final say on draft picks, which Cowher, Knoll, and Tomlin all had, are they still saying yes to that question?
Well, I don't think Tomlin had that right away, Joe, nor do I think Cowher did. I think they both grew into those roles. I mean, we all know once Cowher had some success, he won that power struggle with Tom Donahoe. And I think Tomlin, just over the years, developed a really good rapport with Kevin Colbert. And I think the last 3 years with Omar, it was kind of seamless as well, in terms of traveling to the scouting days and, all of that stuff. So I don't think the new guy is going to come in and have final say over draft picks or anything like that. But his system does matter. I mean, if you hire Mike McCarthy or Nate Shieldhouse, why wouldn't you give him a lot of authority when it comes to the offense, especially a quarterback that you might pick in the draft or acquire via free agency? So I think, you kind of have to pick and choose where you let these guys, make some of those decisions in personnel. But I think really this is a perfect opportunity for both Omar and Andy, if he stays, to really shape this roster the way they want to shape it. And I'm not saying they didn't have that chance for the last 3 years, but we all know Mike was pretty involved in the process. So I think this is, going to be something new for them as they go through this with the new head coach.